Yeah. So what we will discuss yesterday, something like, so this is a, so this is the virtual machine. So in that virtual machine, so we need physical server. In this physical server, either VMware or OVM need to install. So then we can install the, so based on the resources, so we can install the, so we can install the number of resources. We can install the number of OSs. So something like, first I need to install the OVM. So how we can install the OVM? So so in Windows, in Windows, so how to install a software, guys? So does anyone knows how to install a software on Windows? So we need to download, then next, right? So but which format Windows? So so in which format Windows want to install a software? So Windows recognizes something like, for example, so which skin are you able to see? So this is right, VMware OVM, guys,
No, it's pain.
painting, right? Paint, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I'm using the multi screen. So yeah. So we need to first we need to download the OVM. OVM, what is OVM? Oracle, a virtual machine download. So Oracle, when you go to the site, this Oracle virtual VM, or you need to go to this Oracle virtual. So here you see, so the Oracle virtual box is for Windows, Mac, Linux, Solaris. So how they support, something like, they are supporting for the Windows, they are supporting for the Mac, they are supporting for the Linux, they are supporting for the Solaris, right? So we want a Windows software. So we want a for the Windows. So I am downloading that Oracle VirtualBox. So what is the format? .exe format. .exe format. Executable format. If you want to install any softwares on Windows, so if you want to install any softwares on Windows, definitely we need to, so we need to execute, we need to download the .exe format. So .exe means executable format. So Windows recognizes only executable format. Same like Mac, guys. So Mac recognizes how to install the package on the Mac. So which packages, which format need to install on the Mac, DPKG or DMG, right, guys? .dpkg or DMG. So if you install the .exe on a Mac, it does not support. So in Windows, if you are installing .dpkg or DMG, so it will not support Windows. The same like as a CentOS or Red Hat. .rpm. So .rpm software only we need to install on the CentOS. CentOS. So which format need to install on Windows? .exe format. Yes, I'm downloading the .exe format. So this is the site, guys. You guys can go through it. Yes, we can install VirtualBox on Mac also. So we can install VirtualBox on Mac also. You see, right? So this is for Mac. This is for Windows. This is for Linux. This is for Solaris. Okay. So you guys. So yeah, I already downloaded the VirtualBox 7.01. Actually, I already installed so VirtualBox 7. So let's uninstall from my
already. Good job your first date. It should have been cheesecake actually, but these were all
Conde not
the
to
White
go.
House. Oh,
Conde not to go.
are you ready to talk?
That's the
And you
worst.
know he said, cheesecake talking.
Yes, mute yourself.
I'm talking all
Yes.
that week.
So if how we can uninstall the program, something, how we can uninstall the a software, something, go to the control panel, go to the programs and feature, uninstall the programs. I already installed the Oracle virtual machine. So I'm uninstalling the virtual machine. Yeah. So meanwhile, so you can go to the downloads and download this CentOS 7. So it definitely it will be 4.4 GB. Yeah, I'm downloading this. So CentOS ISO. So on we need to install the CentOS on a virtual box, right? Definitely we need a CentOS ISO. I already downloaded that one, so no need. So I'm canceling this. Yeah. So how to install the virtual box? So then go to the show to the folder, the photo. You can double click this. You can double click this. Go to the downloads and you can double click and yes, something like so there will be there will be easy in Windows. So missing dependence install. Yeah. So it is installed. So something like some guys are asking uh, Windows plus plus is needed or something. Mine is not working. Unsupported
Excuse me?
hardware architecture detected. So the installer has detected an unsupported architecture. VirtualBox only runs on the AMD64 architecture. So which one you are using? Kim?
Excuse me. I'm using the MacBook
Mac
M1 chipset, the MacBook Pro M1.
MacBook Pro it supports, right? You can go to the here to something like a 6.1.
Mm-hmm.
mm, 6.1, 6.138, 6.1.
Because this my MacBook is using the Apple Silicon, so it's different chipset.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe that is the reason. So you can
That's
okay,
yeah.
Mac OS, Intel host, Intel chips, right? So this is for Intel. You can search it on the Google, something like or whatever your OS, so whatever your chipset. So and you
All
can
right,
download that. Okay.
all
Yeah.
right, I do it. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so Oracle Virtual Box is already so installed. So I'm opening this. So for example, so this is my hardware, physical hardware. In this physical hardware, I install the install the Oracle Virtual Box. Oracle Virtual Box. You see. So once you install the Oracle Virtual Box, this is the screen will show. So how to install a VM on this server? How to install a VM on this server? So something like a mission. So new in the new something like you need to provide the CentOS 7, CentOS 7 and ISO image. Whatever the ISO image you can select from. Okay, I will select it from later. So then so finish it. So I already CentOS 7 is there. One second. See whether they were virtual box VMs. Yeah, mission and new CentOS 7. For example, I'm giving this name of the OS, something like I'm giving CentOS 7. So then I finish it. Yeah. So it will create a virtual VM. For example, yeah. So this is the OVM is installed on my mission. So OVM installed on my mission. Yeah. So OVM is installed on my mission. So I can copy this, and paste it in the. You see? So this is my virtual machine. So again, so something like that. So Red Hat. So CentOS again. This is my virtual machine. Another virtual machine. So again, this is my another virtual machine. So again, this is my another virtual machine. So same like, so we can install the OVM Oracle virtual machine, and we can divide the parts. So we can, based on the resources, we can install the multiple OSs. For example, it is a OVM. Yeah. So now I'm creating a new one from now onwards. Here a new, so something like I'm installing a Red Hat. So Red Hat 7, Red Hat S7, something like finish. You see, guys. So how many VMs? These are the name it call is as a VM. So this is a physical server. This is a virtual server. So a server or a virtual machine. So virtual server or a virtual machine. So based on your resources, based on your RAM and CPU, based on your RAM and CPU storage, we can install number of OSs. I'm creating another one, something like a Ubuntu 20. So Ubuntu 20. So you see, I created a Ubuntu 20. So I'm created a Oracle Oracle 7 7 Oracle 7. So I created how many OSs? I created a four VMs, four virtual machines. I created four virtual machines means four servers. So we needed 2 GB of RAM, one CPU, 20 GB of hard disk is enough. 2 GB of RAM, one CPU, 20 GB of hard disk, 2 GB of RAM, 20 CPU. So 2 CPU, 20 GB of hard disk. So these are the my VMs. These are the my VMs. So we need to install. Just we created the VM. So for this VM, we need to install the OS. We need to install the OS. How to install the OS? So definitely we need a software, CentOS 7, ISO software we need. CentOS. So we need to install a OS on mission. Definitely we need a ISO file. So we need a ISO file. I'm removing everything. I'm removing everything. Delete all files. So remove everything. So I'm removing everything. So I'm installing the CentOS 7. I'm installing the CentOS 7. Guys, go to the settings. The settings. So these are the basic general information. CentOS 7. So mission is Linux. If you want to install a Microsoft Windows, you can use the Windows. Or you want to install a Mac, you can use the Mac, IBM, BSD, Solaris, Linux. So whatever you want, you can select it. Whatever you want, you can select it. Basic, this is the basic information. The next one is a system information. So system information, you need to provide the RAM. You need to provide the RAM. So I already told you, right? So what we need to select? We need to select the RAM, CPU, hard disk. We need to select the RAM. This is the RAM, and the processor. Processor means CPU. So I have 12 CPUs. I used only one CPU for this VM. I used for only one CPU for this VM. So next storage. Storage is So if you select this, it automatically take the 20 GB of the 20 GB of the storage. 20 GB of the storage. Here we need to provide the ISO file. We need to provide the ISO file. For example, the ISO is in the downloads. So you see CentOS images. So I already downloaded CentOS images. So open this image, something like I'm selecting this. I'm selecting this. Choose. So here we need to choose. First we need to add, then we need to choose. So which one I choose? I choose CentOS 7 ISO. I choose in the storage. In the storage controller ID, controller SATA. It's automatically taken for the 20 GB to install in the OS. Controller ID. So controller ID is for control ID for to something like in our laptop DVD CD ROMs are there, right? So these are the so these are the DVD or CD ROM. So we need to attach the CentOS ISO image on this controller ID. So next network in the network something like a first adapter is a NAT, the second adapter is bridge. So which means we need to connect from India to US to India. So definitely we need a bridge. So NAT is nothing but a so we need connected with the geographical area. So in the so something like in the local area. So this is a bridge adapter is nothing but a net wide area. So adapter 3 is something like a host only. We can select these three adapters. So then okay. And then okay, you provided all the information: ram cpu hard disk, and so ISO also. So this is the hard disk. So this is the hard disk, this is the CPU, and this is the storage. Storage means so you provided 2 GB of RAM, 2 GB of RAM, and one CPU, and 20 GB of hard disk. So you provided the ISO file also. Then you can start the installation. So while installing the internet, so I'm getting this error. Something like a host internet interface networking virtual box is only Ethernet adapter. Only Ethernet adapter. Something like so. It was a failed missing to install the Ethernet adapter. In trying to install the Ethernet adapter, last time what we did is something like these links are not working for me. So yes, DMG is for Mac. Okay, guys, 1 second. So we need to go to the settings, network. Can this we can disable this first. We can do install and let's start. Yeah, yeah. So I'm so you guys can start something like so install CentOS 7, test this media and install CentOS 7. So how we can install the CentOS 7? So we can select the up arrow in the navigational keys. Then you can enter the install CentOS 7. Install the CentOS 7. So Linux a file system hierarchy or a Windows file system hierarchy. Something like so we need to select the so we need so we need to select the so we'll select the language. Next continue. Then we need to select the source. So where you are trying to install your Windows. In the hard disk we already selected 20 GB, right? So we can select this and so installation destination. So select your hard disk and done. So in the network and connected, so you can on this Ethernet. So then done. So next, installation. Begin installation. So installation is a beginning. Installation is starting package installation process. Starting a package installation process. Something like you see. So how many packages? 304 packages. So we need to install the 304 packages. 304 packages here. So something like a we need to provide the root user password. Red hat. Something like I'm giving red hat. I'm giving the password is red hat. Confirm the password. So then you can select a done. 2 times you can click on the done. So something like guys. So it is installing the 304 packages. 304 packages. Yeah. So we are installing. So we are installing. So this CentOS 7 on a VMware, a virtual, a Oracle virtual machine. So Oracle, a virtual machine. So for example, so for example, okay. For example, so this is the Windows mission. So this is the Linux mission. So this is the Windows mission, something like Windows. So Windows OS installing. So it is a GUI. So something like a Linux. A Linux is nothing but a CentOS 7. CentOS 7 OS. So this is guys. So Linux is a CLI mode. CLI mode means only command line interface. So GUI mode. So when we installing the Windows, you see some of the default file structure. So default file structure will be created. A default file structure so will be created. Default file structure will be created. So 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 when we install the Windows OS, a default user is created. So that a default user is created automatically while installing the OS. Default user is so a default user is created while installing the Windows OS. So what is the default user? Administrator. Administrator is the default user while installing the OS. So administrator having the all the privileges. Administrator can do so anything. Administrator can do so anything. So what is the default username? So administrator. So a default file structure will be created and the user also created. The user also created. The user is a default user also created. The default user is administrator. So administrator having the all the privileges. Administrator can do anything. Same like as a here also a Linux also a default file structure so will be created. So default file structure will be created and the a default user also. So default user also created, that is a root user. Root user is nothing but a administrator. Administrator means he can admin everything. So so he can do anything. So root user is a super user. Root user is a super root is user is a super super user. Super user. So something like a default user is created in the Linux. In the Linux, your root user is the default user. In Windows, administrator is the default user. Administrator is the default user. Yeah. So OS installation is completed. So OS installation is completed. CentOS is now successfully installed and ready to useful. Go ahead and reboot to start using it. So what is that? So we need to reboot the mission. Reboot the mission. Yes, I'm rebooting the mission. After OS installation, so we need to reboot the mission. Yeah. So rebooted, rebooted, something like the CentOS 7 OS is installed on my virtual mission. On my virtual mission. Yeah. So this is the login screen. So this is the login screen. You see CentOS Linux 7 core is installed. So what is the username, guys? Default username. Guys, tell me what is the default username?
Root.
Guys, yeah. So root is the default username for the CentOS. So in Windows, what is the default user, guys? What is the default user for Windows?
Admin.
Administrator. So what is the default user? What is the super user for the Windows or Linux? So root. I already told you, right? So root is the user. What is the password we set? We set password red hat. Set the password red hat while installing the OS. So this is the Linux. So this is the Linux OS cat/etc red hat release. So Red Hat release, you see CentOS 7, CentOS Linux release 7.9.200 OS is installed on this machine. So this is a CLI mode, command line interface. So we want to do anything on this mission, definitely we need to interact through commands only. We need to interact through commands only. Something like ls, cd, mkda. So we need to interact with the commands. We need to interact through commands only. So because of this is a CLI mode. CLI mode means command line interface only. Command line interface. It is a command line interface. So if you want to do anything on this mission, definitely we need to. So we need to execute the commands. We need to execute the commands. So got it, guys?
Yes.
Understood how to install the OS? Yeah.
Oh,
So we install the OS, and so I already told you, right? So yeah. So the default file structure will be created. So and here also the default file structure will be created. So what is the file structure? CD slash is the parent directory for all the directories. So in Windows, so we call it as a folder. Here we call it as a directory. So in Windows, so you see, so these are the what this is. This is a folder, right? This is a folder. So in Windows, we are calling as a folder. So in Linux, we will. So we are calling as a directory. So we are calling as a directory. Guys, now you understood, right? Yeah. So in the C, yeah. So this file structure, perflux, program files x86 user and Windows. So these these folders, so automatically created while installing the Windows OS on this machine. So Windows OS on this machine. So Windows OS on this machine. So this is the file structure created. So this is the file structure created while installing the Windows OS. Windows. Yeah. So this is the file structure will be created. So definitely there will be a cost to created these folders. These folders. Same like as a CentOS 7 also. Same like as a CentOS 7 also. So we can show. So CentOS 7 also having the some of the directories, some of the directories are created while installing the OS. So there will be some cost. So there will be some cost. So all the structure, all the directory structure. So I will show you. Yeah. So these are the structures, something like a bin, dev, boot, etc, home, media, mnt, opt, proc, root, proc, root. So something like as bin. Yeah. So you guys are able to see right now. So something like a bin, dev, boot, etc, home, media, mnt, opt, proc, root, run. So something like a user, temp, var. The same like as a Windows also. So Windows having puff logs, so something like a program files x86 users Windows. So users. So whenever we come to the users are related to so the normal users and administrator users. Something like a program files. So whatever we installing while installing the Windows. So while installing the Windows, so users are related to so administrator user and normal users. So Windows folder. So in the users folder, so users folders is related to so user information. This folder is this folder is using for the so user information. Something like program files x86. So whatever we are installing so in for installing the Windows, these softwares need to install. This software install. So programs and files means system related softwares will be installing on programs x86. Programs x86. For example, third party softwares Git, Google, HP, McAfee, MS Office, Putty. So everything. Third party Oracle software, OVM, Oracle Virtual Machine. So everything third party softwares will be installed on program files. Installed on a program files. Something like a system related will be installed on the program files x86. And third party softwares will be installed on the a program of files. So users will be user information. Users will be user information. User information. Windows. So Windows, exactly I don't know guys. So Windows is for something. So there is a cause, there is a reason. So it automatically created while installing the OS. The same like as a the same like as a Linux also. The same like as a Linux also. So while installing the OS, so automatically created some file a structure. The file structure. It is called it as a so Linux file system hierarchy. So the name it call it as a Linux a file system hierarchy. So Linux a file system hierarchy. So Linux file system hierarchy will be so there is a so definitely there will be a reason to created these files, created these directories, created these directed while installing the OS, while installing the OS. So what is the a directory? A Linux file system hierarchy. Linux file system hierarchy. Guys are able to see, right? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a Linux a file system hierarchy. So this is a Linux file system hierarchy. Yeah. So this is a slash is the parent directory. What is directory? A parent directory. Slash is the parent directory for all the directories in Linux file system hierarchy. So this is the a Linux a file system hierarchy. So this is the Linux file system hierarchy. The Linux file system hierarchy slash is the parent directory for the all the directories. Slash is the slash is the parent directory for the all the directories. So what are the directories are there while installing the OS? So bin is the directory, OPT is the directory, boot is the directory, root is the directory, dev is the directory, sbin is the directory, etc is the directory, SRV is the directory, home is the directory, temp is the directory, lib is the directory, USR is the directory, media is the directory, so MNT is the directory, where is the directory. So these all are the directories installed while installing the OS. This is a default structure will be created, default structure will be created while installing the OSs. So while installing the OSs. So what is the purpose of a boot? What is the purpose of a boot directory? So boot directory contains a bootable information. So bootable information. What is bootable information? So we need to, once start the OS, once start the VM, so we need to start the OS, CentOS 7. We need to start the CentOS 7. How we can start the CentOS? Definitely they need some bootable files. So bootable files, these bootable files will be located in the slash boot. So what are the bootable files means? A VM lineage. So VM lineage is nothing but a kernel file, guys. So later you will understand what is VM lineage. So VM lineage and the init RAM, init RAM fs. So these two files are important. These two files are will be located in the slash boot. So you understand what you will understand is, so the bootable information will be available in the slash boot directory. The bootable information will be available in the slash boot directory. Yeah, now we got it. So once we start the VM, so something like so so how to shut down the mission? So how to shut down the mission, guys? How to shut down the mission? Init 0 is the, so guys, I will tell you those things. So initially you remember this. So I need to shut down my mission. How I can shut down? So if it is a Windows or something like a Mac, we need to go to the here, and something like we need to, or here we need to shut down the mission. So but here, so this is a Windows is a GUI. Windows is a GUI, but I'm use so Linux is a CLI. So everything will use the commands, and will use the command for doing any action on this Linux mission. So how we can shut down? So how we can shut down? We can shut down the mission. We can shut down the mission through this command. What is the command? Init 0 is the command. Init 0, so it will be shutdowning. It will be a shutdown. You see? So the mission is in a power off. The mission is in a power off mode. This mission is in power off mode. So I'm starting the Windows. How we can start it? You can start it from here. You can start it from here. You see, it's a kernel. So this is the kernel. So this is the kernel. So OS will be booting up. OS will be booting up. So where is the bootable files information is available? The bootable file information will be available on, what is the username, root, password is red hat. CD slash. So Control L is for clear the screen. LS. So what are the what are the directory structure? Something like a boot. So here you see a boot. So boot contains a bootable information. CD, a boot. You see, so these are the bootable information. VM lineage and init ramf are the, so grub2 init ramf. These files will be there in the boot slash boot directory. That boot directory is for the, so booting the server. Booting the server. Yes. So next is something like a slash root. So how you logged into the server? So you logged into the server. So login as a root and password equal to something like red hat. So once you provided the information, the root, the OS, we are logging to the CentOS 7 mission. So we are logging to the CentOS 7 mission. So yeah, we logged into the CentOS 7 mission. Yes. Yeah, we log in as a root. A red hat is a Red Hat is the password. So once you logged into the machine, sorry guys, Red Hat is the password. So Red Hat is the password. So once you logged into the server, so pw is the command, guys. So once you click the command, so what it's showing /root. So you logged in as a root user. So root user's home directory. So root user's home directory is a /root. Guys, now you understood what is the root user's home directory is /root. So we can use this directory, and you can copy or something, like you can do anything. So this is your working directory. So once you log into the Linux center is Linux. So while while login as a root user, so there will be a there will be a folder, home folder for the root user. /root is the home directory for the root user. So same like as a users. Users are two types. One is a admin user. The other one is a normal user. Who are the normal user? Something like a Suresh, Hari, Nagaraju, Kim. These all are the normal users. So I want to create a normal user. Something like I created a normal user, Hari. So once we created the normal user, so normal users will be created under the normal users will be created under the /home directory. So root users home directory is a /root. So normal users home directory is /home. Under /home, something like Hari is created. Hari user is created. Hari user is created. Something like you are executing the commands, right? You are executing. So where the commands is available, the commands is available in the bin directory and sbin directory. So bin directory and sbin directory. Whatever the commands we are executing in the Linux, the commands will be available in the sbin and bin directory. So bin directory. So what is the dev? Something like we took 20 GB hard disk for installing the OS, right? The hard disk information will be available in the /dev. The hard disk information will be available in the /dev. So and the temp is for the temporary folder for directory in the USR and OPT. For example, where is that paint? Yeah. So this is the paint. Yeah. So you see in Windows there is a program files and the program x86 files. So this is a system related. This is the system related software. This is a so this is a system related software. System related software means so while installing the OS, some of the softwares will need to install. That software will be installed on the program files x86. So this is the third party softwares. Third party software. What are the third party softwares? OVM is the third party software. Google Chrome is the third party software. Google Chrome is the a third party software. So whatever, so we are installing the softwares after install the OS. After install the OS, there will be installed on this program files. There will be installed on the program files. So whatever the software installs while installing the OS, the softwares will be located in the program file. The same like as a Linux also. The same like as a Linux also. /usr and /opt. /opt is for the third party softwares. Third party softwares will be installed on the OPT. For example, Tomcat, Java, so whatever the packages, whatever the softwares we need to install. So after installing the OS, so those third party softwares will be installed on the OPT. So OPT folder is the so installing the third party softwares. So USR is the system related. System related softwares will be installed on the /usr directory. /usr directory. System related. So OPT. So OPT is for a third party softwares installed on the OPT directory. So USR system related softwares will be installing on the USR. System related softwares will be installing on the USR. So and media and MNT. So USB means pen drives, whatever. So we are inserting in the this hardware. So it will be under the MNT. So CD DVD ROMs will be located under the media. So where is for the logs information. So logs information will be located in the /where. Logs location will be installed in the /where /etc. All the configuration files will be located in the /etc. All the logs information will be available in the /etc. Logs information. Logs information will be available in the /etc. Guys, tomorrow I will show you everything on the practical. Everything on the practical. So tomorrow also I will explain a Linux file system hierarchy. So tomorrow also I will explain a Linux file system hierarchy. So Linux file system hierarchy. Okay, guys, understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So we will show you tomorrow also. We will explain the. So we will explain it on tomorrow also. So you guys can practice install. So guys can install. So install CentOS 7 on your OVM Oracle Virtual Machine. Please in Windows we can install the OVM. Then we can install the CentOS 7. Guys, so this is the task for you guys. So everyone tomorrow I need to ask and share your screen and show me the Windows. So show me the CentOS installation on your machine.